Hello Stampers, I'm Dina Lanzendorf from Inkin' with Dink and welcome to my video. This week for my videos I am going to be featuring the Butterfly Bouquet suite that is available right now for everyone to buy. This is a gorgeous suite of products and it is actually an early release of products from the new Stampin' Up! Catalog that's getting ready to come out. Now, this early release suite has a fun stamp set called Butterfly Brilliance, and it is actually one big stamp that stamps all 6 butterflies at one time. How cool is that? It also has a coordinating set of dies, and the dies are amazing too, and will cut out individual butterflies as well as the entire stamped image that the stamp set makes. It also has some super fun designer series paper that is available. This is called the Butterfly Bayou paper, 6x6, gorgeous. Has a packet of Natural Touch specialty paper, which is like a wood design on it. That is so cool. And you can buy it all together or each of the items individually. So it is a fabulous bouquet, a suite of products. And like I said, I'm featuring it not only this week on my video and my Facebook Live, but it is also what I am doing for this first online class that I'm presenting this week or this month. So I'm going to be showing tons and tons of this. So today I'm going to use it to make a super fun card called a Floating Gate card. Okay, and from the outside it looks like a normal gate fold card, but when you open it up, look at that. Look at the fun floaty stuff inside. So you guys want to learn how to make this? This was actually a challenge on our team Facebook page, was to make a card using this technique. So I jumped in and decided to do it. So let me show you how to make them. So you're going to start off, you're going to need a piece of cardstock that measures 8.5 by 5.5. And we are going to fold it like a typical gate fold card, which means you're going to score it at 2 1/8 of an inch from each side. Okay, so 2 1/8 inch there. Then we're going to flip it over and do 2 1/8 inch on this side. Okay, so that is how you fold for a gate fold. And then we're just going to fold it on our score lines. Be sure and use a bone folder. It's important to make your creases nice and crisp. Okay, now we'll start building some layers. So we're going to start from the inside. So the main piece that goes inside is just a regular 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece. Since I'm not going to be stamping on it or anything, I'm going to go ahead and put my adhesive on it and adhere it inside of my card, just like that. Now, for my floaty pieces that I'm going to use, I actually have 2 squares here that I have cut using my layered squares dies. Okay, and so these that I'm using for my scallops actually are approximately 2 1/2 inches wide. Okay, so find the scallop that's about 2 1/2 inches square, and that is what I'm using for those. And then I have 2 squares that I cut that are going to go inside of these, and these are 2 1/8 inch square. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead, one of them I won't be stamping on. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this. The other one I am going to be stamping my words on, so I'm going to go ahead and do that first. So if I mess up, I can turn it over. I'm going to make this a birthday card. So my inside is going to say, wishing you happiness, or every happiness this special day will bring. And look, I did it crooked. So let's try it again. And let me pay a little better attention here and stamp it straight. Okay. So let me put that aside. Gonna go ahead and adhere this down right inside like that. Now, when you are picking the size of your squares inside, You just need to make sure that you're going to be able to fit both of them in there without them going over the top or crossing over each other. Okay, so those fit on there just perfect. Now, to make them pop up, we're going to need a couple of strips of cardstock, and these measure 5 1/4 by 1 inch, and you need 2 of them. And what we're going to do is we're going to score them, okay? And they're both going to be scored the same, and they're just going to be scored at 1 inch, 2 inches, and 4 1/4 inches. Okay, so again, 1 inch, 2 inch, and 4 1/4. Now you can go ahead and fold it on your score lines. And now we're ready to start adhering things together. So I'm going to start on the top, and I want to do it so that the 2 scored pieces are on the right and the 1 scored inch is on the left, okay? And I'm going to put adhesive along the big section, and I'm going to center my square on there. And in fact, you can turn it over and check and make sure you've got it centered up and down, and also so that the scores are the same distance away, okay? Then I'm going to turn it back over. Again, I've got the 2 over here and just 1 over here. I'm going to put some adhesive on that flap right there. I am going to lay this down, and the edge of my strip is going to go right against the fold in my card. Okay, so right against the edge, and then I'm just going to close that down just like that. Okay, so let's do that again for this one. So I'm going to lay it here. The one with the 2 1-inch pieces goes toward the middle of the card. The side that just has the 1-inch square goes toward the outside of the card or the fold, okay? I'm going to take my adhesive, I'm going to put it in the middle of the big section, and I'm going to adhere my square on there. Turn it over so you can see what you're doing to make sure you've got it centered top to bottom and also side to side. Coming back, again, the 2 squares are over there. The 1 is here. I'm going to put adhesive on this one. I'm going to lay it down, center it how you want it, up and down. Put the edge of the strip right along the fold. Close it just like that. And then that is what you're going to end up with. Okay? Now we can go ahead and do the other side. So again, we've got the 2 scored pieces there. I'm going to put adhesive on the far outside one. I am going to fold it under like this. Okay. I'm going to lay this against, and I am going to close it down just like that. Okay, now to kind of check on yourself as to what you did, kind of peek it, open it, and make sure that it looks like that when you open it up. Okay, so again, let me show you this side. Okay, going to put the glue on the very outside square. Going to fold this all the way under, and I'm going to close it down just like that. Okay, again, let me turn it up so you can see it. So you want to open it up and it looks like that. Okay, so then when you are ready to close your card, it folds together perfectly just like that. Again, let me open it this way so you can see it. That's what it looks like from the top. How fun is that? All right, so let's do a little bit of our decorations for on here. So I have used my stamp set. Where's my butterfly? There it is. And I stamped it in black, and it stamped all 6 at the same time. Okay, then there is an outline die that cuts them all out at the same time. So then you've got a whole bunch of butterflies to use for different projects. I'm going to use this one and this one, okay, just because I've got them. And I'm going to put this one on the outside of the card and this one on the inside. So I'm just grabbing some of my blends. And the one on the inside, just going to pick a color. I'm not going to do anything fancy for this one because he's on the inside of my card. I'm just going to color him just like normal. Let's do, maybe we'll take this. Do him on the inside, just like that. Okay, so just a regular color. I'm going to take it and put my nail here and kind of bend it up a little bit on that wing and a little bit on that wing, and that kind of gives me a little bit in the middle here for the body. I'm going to put my adhesive there. I'm going to glue this little butterfly down on this square, and that way he's adhered, but it just makes his wings kind of pop up a little bit. Now for my butterfly for the main part, okay, or the outside, I'm just going to have some fun with coloring him. I'm going to do him a little different than the sample that I did. But I'm going to use the same cards, or the same colors, I mean, just because that's the colors that are in the designer series paper that I'm going to use. So we've got him like that. Let's do yellow for the main part. And just gonna take a second to color him all in here, just like that. And then let's take the lighter one and we'll go through and color in all the rest. These stamps are so pretty, and you can really color them however you want to really make them pop. Okay, so we're gonna do it just like that. Now I did go through and cut out a label from the Stitched So Sweetly dies, and he's just going to be the one to go on the outside. Okay, but first let's get some strips of paper down here. So I'm just going to pick something from our pack, and we may go with a butterfly this time. I want to do that one. Do I want, ooh, you know what? Let's do that one. This paper is so gorgeous. And these pieces are going to be, what size do these need to be? I did not write that down. So let's measure these. So these are 5 1/4 by 2. Okay, so let's do 5 1/4 first. And we're actually going to do just under 2, since I know my thing is 2 1/8. So these are going to go Perfect, right on there. So let's put a little bit of adhesive on here. Well, he's not cooperating with me. Let's try him again. There we go. Okay, and let's do the other one on here. Now keep in mind, in case your flaps hang over each other just a little bit, be sure whichever one you're putting the DSP on is on top. Okay, that way you're sure to get it centered there. So now I'm just going to take my label, and I only want to put adhesive on one half of him. So I'm going to close my card down, put him down just like that. Now we're ready for our butterfly. You know what? I think I'm going to stamp on here. We're going to be a little different. We're going to be daring because I've already adhered it down. So we're going to be kind of daring and see what happens here. Hopefully we won't mess this all up. Going to stamp that right there. Perfect. Yay. And then I'm going to take my butterfly, and I'm just going to put some adhesive in the middle so that his wings are free. And I'm going to put that right up there like that. And there you go. There is Happy Birthday, and you open it up and it's a floating gate card. Is that not the most fun card ever? So I've got two designs here. So they are just way too fun. They're both Happy Birthday cards. Love them. But be sure that you watch tomorrow for my Facebook Live, because like I said, I will be using all of this again to make 3 cards with you tomorrow. And then if you decide this is really something that you want to own ahead of the catalog, these are the 6 projects that we will be making in my online club, okay, for the first half of March. So the way my online club works is oh, and look at this fun little one where it opens and closes with the butterfly popping in and out. Isn't that fun? So the way my online club works, it's $35, and that gets you all the consumables that you need to make your cards. It's also going to get you a pack of the Butterfly Bouquet Designer Series paper and a package of the some gems. I can't remember what they're called right now, but that we're going to be using on all of our projects. Okay, you can certainly add the bundle, the stamp set, and the dies at that time if you want to have them to be able to make your cards, because your kits are unstamped. But some of what we're going to be doing, like this one, this actually uses the Designer Series paper. So the big die that is in the die set will cut out the butterflies from the paper. Look at this. So here's a sheet of the paper, and the dies lay on there perfectly and cut out the butterflies. Isn't that great? So we will be using some of those on our cards too. But be looking in the description of this video, and I'll have the link for you to join my online class that we're doing with the butterflies. And you can get the products in that. Otherwise, be sure and come back tomorrow for my Facebook Live, and I will be making 3 more cards using this fun spring bundle. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.